Open yourself to others just like you open this jar of mayo. Remayo. Boy, we're in that. Alright. Yeah, so if that wasn't catching, I've played this game multiple times. It's pretty crazy. All you do is just tap on it. So we can consider this a walkthrough, a guide, if you will. I don't really think it should be, or it just doesn't even make sense. But if it were to be a guide, you have to hit X on the jar 10,000 times, and as you move through, you get these rewards, and the trophies are to press the jar, get rewards, etc., etc. So it's actually a really ridiculous game, but this is my first platinum stream. I will be earning every single trophy in this run, and I think that that is hilarious because why did I pick this game? Probably because it's simple and I could just sit here and yap. Don't mind all this mess around me. Currently rearranging the room and whatnot, doing an inventory count. It's actually crazy now that I'm in the videos because back in the day, that's never how it was. I would just talk. Sometimes I got in front of the camera, but it was like vlog style. So I guess it was kind of understood. I don't know. See, another really cool thing about this is I couldn't stream the trophies popping on like PlayStation, obviously, because I'm playing PlayStation. It has a feature where you can stream from the console, but it doesn't show the trophies that pop, and I've always thought that that was kind of whack. At this point, you would think that the trophies would be a core part of the PlayStation experience, but it still feels like there's not the support that there should be. But maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm understanding that. Like, how have we not figured out a solution for trophies like multiplayer trophies that have shut down, or honestly, that might be it. That's the only nuisance. Because a trophy that you can't get because it's hard, like you need real skill, whatever. Just get better. But I guess trophies like cat call and Injustice 2. What even is that? Because, well, I guess I'll say what it is for those that don't know. In Injustice 2, they have this like loot box thing. They're mother boxes, is I believe what they're called. And there's different rarities like bronze, silver, platinum, and all that stuff. And then there's like another layer under that. That's probably like the premium content stuff. Or like if you put in all these hours. I guess, alright, I'll explain it as I talk about the cat call thing. So you got to get this ability that gives her a special attack. And then you have to attack Cheetah with it and end the game with that attack. Super easy, right? The way it's written, super easy. But in order for you to get the ability, you have to either get a diamond box and hope that you just get that ability, or you do the Catwoman, what are those called? It's like the multiverse events, and then there's a section that every person, like every character in the game has their own planet. Yeah, so you got to beat her planet, and it requires like certain million of in-game currency, certain play hours with character, certain abilities done, certain attacks landed, like a number of attacks. Like get the back sweep combined with an uppercut with Batman 4,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? I'm not trying to spend my whole. I'm not trying to spend a whole week on this one fighter. Like, that's crazy talk to me. That's truly crazy talk. But I don't know. That's the way it is. And you could buy the in-game currency, but you're gonna have to buy a lot of it because it's like 10 million whatever that currency is in the game. Like, I can see the logo in my mind, but I don't know what it's called. It's terrible. So yeah, things like that. Like, there are some trophies that just need to get like auto pop it. If it's online, auto pop it once the servers go down. Like, just those ones, not the whole game. Right? So for example, Unreal Tournament 3, which came out in like 2006, but didn't get a trophy patch till like maybe 2010, and those trophies were just outrageous. Outrageous. Do X amount of things for X amount of days consecutive. It's like, what if you just have a bad day? What if you don't get those 50 kills in that day? Right? Like, what are you going to do? Then you're just locked out, and then before you know it, the server shut down, and you're over here thinking about, who's what and where is going on. So, I don't know, but I feel like the voice is loud for that kind of thing, but we're just not being heard. Because, like, who gets to make that call, right? Is it the person that made the game, or is it Sony? And if they did it, they'd have to do it for Xbox. So who gets to make that decision? I don't know. I don't know. This is what people like, huh? Just sitting here doing this mundane task. Look, I've hit this more than that number because I slid it up and tried to touch the top of the jar, and that's not a part that is physical, I guess. So, who's this one viewer? There's always one. And sometimes you think that it's you, right? But who is it? Who are you? And they never say anything in the chat until it's like 15, 20 minutes in. And then it's usually something with a lot of characters. And a lot of those characters don't make sense together. And it's probably some spammy stuff. You like that? You don't need all that other stuff. I'm right here. I got the mobile live dash. Ain't that cool? It's cool, man. They be doing some cool things sometimes out there in the world. Human beings, you know what I'm saying? I've been writing. I forgot what those characters even say. I think it might just say poetry book in Chinese. I totally forgot. I mean, it could be love. It could be uh, peace, rose. I don't know. I started writing it on November 13th, though, in 2018. This is I'm starting my sophomore year of college. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna just, cause this is gonna be a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read something. Why don't I just read the first page? 你好，我的名字是恩里克。我的名字是恩里克。I was born and raised in Colorado, USA. Mid-city, living in the southern outskirts with an imagination in bad public schools. That's crazy. I digress. I've always loved writing. It's a way to project thoughts out physically, then analyzing it, graduating from blah blah blah, from blah year. I never saw myself going to college, but as of this first book, I am a sophomore in college. Yeah, I just said that. At blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. But plan on leaving. Where? I never actually left until recently. Location unknown. I hold a large amount of pain with me that may be revealed through writing. Take with you what you will and remember to live well and stay human. Life isn't always the best, but we have things and people we run to when we need comfort. I come as a poet, mentor, friend, and human to provide you a connection that matters. I love the child of no name. I live for you in this soul plane. You know, sometimes I'll be feeling super deep. So I'll be writing deep stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm in a movie or somebody's going to find this scripture in 2,000 years and he was a prophet. Nah, I'm just playing. That's crazy talk. But yeah, it's good to go back and read it because then you're like, man, I was feeling that one day. I mean, there's a lot of honesty in here. The second page is the contents, which I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that because it's not really broken up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing a lot of different kinds of poetry in here. Like even things like blackout poetry. You know, like I'm putting pages, like I'm gluing other pages into this. It's like a scrapbook. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what? Let me go ahead and read this. This is 3 on page 56 of the Rose Leaflets by the human guy, or the dude you're seeing on screen. The blackness of the anger he pushed, bent, and lifted her through the moonlit beach. The staring crowd paused. They were directed to the ground floor. The tension of terrified anxiety. One arm gently laid on the narrow single bed, scarcely able to breathe, hands caught in an attitude of terror. What happened was already beginning. Cut short with a nod. Everyone out of the room now. Where the hell is the next moment? You know, it's funny, like, I don't know how to read that one because there's so many different punctuating points, and then if I were to form it into a sentence, like I don't have that marked and I don't have it memorized. But there's some potential here, right? Like what is even going on? The blackness of the anger pushed her through the moonlit beach. You know what's going on there? He, okay, so what's it? He, her, push her. You know, the crowd, so they're in public, beach, right? They all looked at the ground floor, scared of, you know, because he pushed her on the ground. One arm, what is that? Like his hand is it his hand raised or something? You know, like what's happening here? Gently laid on the narrow single bed. Bed. Beach. Where are we? Scarcely able to breathe, hands caught in an attitude of terror. I'm assuming that's from the female perspective, right? She got pushed. And maybe she's the one asking, what happened? But it was already beginning, and it cut short with a nod. Everyone out of the room. Okay, so they were on a beach. It said something about a bed. Room. Okay, so we have migrated from the beach to the bed. Or a room. Some room where there's a bed. And they said, where the hell is the next moment? That's a great question. What if that moment is right now? Look at me, seizing the opportunity. You know how long I've had these written? I actually couldn't even tell you. The book started on the date that I had mentioned earlier, but you know, these poems have been scarce. Like, I got a lot of pages filled, and then I got a lot of pages that aren't. And this is 2018, mind you. We're in the middle of the year in 2025. If it takes me another 3 years to finish this poetry book, that'll be okay. Alright. Here's some fun backstory on this one. Alright, so I was dating this girl, and she had something that she needed to create. And I made I wrote this and then let her use it. But it's called Free Verse. The feeling of freedom. Freedom to live, speak, love, cry, and try. These freedoms aren't so free when locked inside the worst prison of them all. The mind. The simple yet so complex organ can keep you from doing all that is desired or imagined. So the question is, where does freedom actually come from? It comes from deep inside the core of your human design, and only you can liberate yourself from these depths. These depressed periods of one's life will and has destroyed many lives and will continue to do so. Even now, as I write this free poem, I'm subject to a limited space. I can only write what is tolerated by officials. I couldn't write true, deep, possibly even deadly emotions, and why not? The mind or the situation I'm in. True freedom is being able to do, express, and feel any way my mind, body, and soul wishes to inhabit. There's a lot of factors that come into play while living this life. Everyone desires the feeling of freedom and acceptance. Most aren't giving a fighting chance. Some individuals' minds will consume them with an uncontrollable fear to do what it is they feel they need to do. Others are broken by a critical system, internal flaw, scarring experience, or doubt in the mind. All limits must be broken, all rules must be challenged, all individuals must push themselves. This freedom we all seek comes from truly being free and doing what has never been done before, or doing what simply feels right. Don't do what people expect you to do. Don't do what people want you to do. Do you. Be the best individual you can be. Period. All that matters in life is you. Everyone can be great, but the mental prison keeps them stuck. Freely written as far as I'm able to go. What gives you freedom? That's page 120. Hey man, I was 19. 19 when I wrote that. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I think the hardest line in here, if I can toot my own horn, I said, questioning freedom and whatnot. I said, even now, as I write this free poem, I'm subject to a very limited space. I can only go as far as the paper is big. Like, right? It's a great question. You know, what is freedom? Is it something that we actually have? Like, I mean, that's even a weird phrase all in itself. Are we free? Okay, let's break this down. Paper brings in a good physical metric of what freedom is, because even with a wall that I want to paint, I'm subject to just the wall. Once I clear the wall, I have nothing left. You go to the store and you have cheese on your mind. You want to go buy some cheese. You're not subject to just buying the cheese. Like, just 'cause. You know, it's a matter of a lot of things, you know? Where could the store get a provider? How many options are there? You got the freedom to choose? Well, let's consider pay. This one's 10 cents cheaper? That sounds like I'm being swayed. That sounds like influence. That sounds like measures that aren't mine. Alright. Taste. That's a physical thing. That's your own body going against you. You really want to try the smoked cranberry cheddar cheese. But you can't, because for some reason you got some weird genetic mishap that cranberries taste like hot Cheetos. Which actually would not be a bad cheese. It'd actually be pretty good. But for the sake of this conversation, that's bad cheese. And also, like, your taste might not even allow you to do things. You know, like physical ability, right? Like one that's physically fit versus one that's not physically fit. The physically fit person can probably do more things with their body. You know what I'm saying? Right? Where the other one, they lack that certain freedom. So these freedoms are what? Some of them quite literally come pre-packaged. Some of them are metaphorically. What kind of stream is this, right? Is what I'm asking. I hope you are too. One viewer over there. How you doing? Hello. And we're just playing My Name is Mayo. You know? We're just playing My Name is Mayo. And we're about to get this platinum. And this is going to be cool. At some point, I do got to open these rewards. So when I get to 7,000, I'm going to go ahead and see what that reward is. So we're almost there. You know, that was actually really cool. You know, talking about my poetry and reading it. Because, like, I do this and then just close the book and then never come back. And I got all sorts of stuff in here. Some of it's just, like, corny or... I don't know, sad. Like, I got some crazy stuff in here. I plan on publishing this book. When I finish it, I'm going to publish it. But as a way to get some motivation, I was thinking... Because there's like 260... There's 215 pages. And these pages, I can break those up into quarters and sell like little pamphlets, you know, like little zines. Alright, we're at 7,000. Oh, just got caught mouth breathing. Just playing. You know, it's probably going to be more than 10,000 because real spit, I didn't think that you could put clothes on them until the second one. Sometimes I like to wear my red bikini. It makes me feel confident. Okay. I don't know why I don't remember this. If I saw like when I was playing the first time, I'd be able to understand. Oh, word? What is this? Oh, my name is Mayo with the. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Life is like a box of chocolates. We're just going crazy. Hey, nah, this is this is my girl, honestly. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to clip this. I'm gonna have to clip this and send it to her, and it's gonna be hilarious. Like the yap 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 yap. That's a clip for the boys. That's crazy talk. All right, let's keep moving. Random. Okay. Diet Coke was only invented in 1982, and Diet Coke is crap. Leopard. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? What is this? Am I supposed to? Do I gotta beat this? For real? Or is that just a thing I? Nah, I'm tripping. Oh, okay. I ain't seen this guitar. Maybe it's time to. Yeah, I told you, boy. They said, "What's up, Dad?" So if that tail's moving, that means that this jar of mayonnaise is alive, right? Is there a... Whoa. That means there's stuff for everything here. Look, you could see the hits. Something about Neanderthal brains. What does it say? What's bigger than yours is. I mean, there have been studies on the modern human brain actually decreasing in size, which is crazy, and it's probably for a lot of things. I would think nutrition and mental stimuli, but I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy playing My Name is Mayonnaise. How much credibility do I have, you know? Life is like a box of chocolates. You got the Diet Coke and the broccoli. You know, I gotta say, streaming's kind of cool. Like, whoa. It'd be super fun if I had like a bunch of people in here interacting with me and stuff. Like that'd be mad cool. Cause I just get to sit here and talk about this nonsense. Like, what is this? You're censoring what? The label? It's sick, is what it is. It's sick. Okay? We're going to keep touching this until we get to 8, and then we're going to switch. Alright. Stressed is... Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, so is race car, and... Man, I don't know. I just know race car. Because I remember learning that in elementary school, and at the time, cars was like the biggest thing, you know. It had just came out, so everybody was like, yeah. Hey, alright, so look, this mustache right here, there's actually some lore behind this, right? On first playthrough, you wouldn't even expect this to be anything. Like, it's just a mustache. But on the low, is his dad's mustache, right? And, you know, where is this at? What does it say? My dad wanted me to be like him. That's not just something, you know. That's some real stuff. Because in the third game, this jar of mayonnaise is going through it. He's like depressed, and you know he's trying to, you know, pull the electricity on himself. So, but then he looks up in the sky, and his dad tells him, "I've always been proud of you, son." So he's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna go make something of myself," which is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the second one, I'm pretty sure you just go through different phases in his life. You know, like he's got a girlfriend, he meets his girl, and like does all these things. Probably has a roommate or whatever. So yeah, I think it's pretty spectacular, but everybody thinks I'm playing around. You see? What is this? What is this? We were censoring stuff, and now we got whip and cherries. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume there's not one for this. I'm trying not to look at the guide. I'm trying to just get everything finished before the 10K, which I don't think I'm going to. Ooh, that's sick. That's sick for real. Look at these little jumpers. Ugh. Why did they include this? We go from sperm cells to elephants. Rotates clockwise. Psh, look at you, Venus. And they said when all the boys went there, we were gonna get stupid or something like that. I know it was Jupiter. Crazy. Oh, a group of crows is called a murder. So there's, alright, there's daggers in there. Yeah, that's rich. That's rich. We like that. Okay, so what is it we need to do? Oh boy, I feel horny. That's crazy talk. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that doesn't go against, like, Twitch standards or something. I'm just reading what was there. I didn't even know. I feel like I gotta do something here. Hey, just get me in there. Just get me in there. I don't even care what's going on. Alright, word. Let's keep it moving. Damn, another one? This is stupid. Right, like these will eventually get inside something, you know? Whoa. Man, come on. Why are they playing me with this? I'm focused. Man, I'm sick of these. You hear me? I'm sick of these. Why does this feel worse than hitting the X button? That's just nonsense. How much did I spend on this game? I spent like 15 bucks on this franchise in total. Alright, let's keep it moving. Alright, let's get serious. Hopefully we're about to get serious. She look like she about to start dancing. Oh. Yeah, they're playing me. It's not like this is bad. Like, it's not... Hold on, what am I trying to say here? Because this shit is bad. I mean, it's a shovelware title, you know? It's more or less a waste of time. You can argue it's a waste of money, but, like, you know, it's going to the gaming community. Whatever. You know, keep doing stuff. Okay. Yeah, this one's gonna be dumb. Alright, can we be done with that mess? You know what sucks? I don't know when you're supposed to start doing the rewards, right? Because there's got to be a more effective way than... Because look, I'm already at 10K, right? So that means that if I started like 2K or as soon as I get my first reward or whatever... I don't know, it's okay. Now I'm stuck, man. I'm stuck, man. I'm not even really trying to aim these in there. Like, I'm just waiting for it to eventually get up there. Boom. What? Oh, this is crazy talk. That jar better break. Feline ketchup. Screw that. While my guitar gently weeps. What does this mean? Uh-oh. Furry rain. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, you gotta start this at like 2,000. You know, like every time you get a new reward, just change it over. Because now I'm just wasting time. I probably got to about 12 last time, is my assumption. Oh, we trying to catch some Z's. Oh! It's crazy talk. Ordinary. Some of these I just wasn't doing it all on, so. Oh boy. There's an actual bomb. Hold on, what's this one called? So I had some identity issues. That's funny because this comes back later too. Man, if they remaster the other two, trust me, you're gonna see that stream here first. Because I'm a huge fan of this franchise actually. I think it's really dope that they turned this into a full-time game. Like relatively speaking. This is crazy talk. Hey, I was a banana, I think my freshman year of high school for Halloween. Was it rad? Yes. Would I do it again? Absolutely. It'd be even cooler to be a jar of mayonnaise with a hand on you and see who gets it. Ew. What did that say? What even is that? Is that mayonnaise? Mayonnaise? Is that mayonnaise? How is Glonk gonna join again, bro? This has gotta be a scammer Lambs for sure. Yeah, this took a stupid dip. Looking at some cryptos. Don't mind me. I need some food, man. Hey, the watch on the character's hand matches what's going on in my current time. It's pretty cool. Boy. Ew. Hold on, where we at? I forgot my armpit was an armpit. So who is this? I don't like this, man. The trophy's literally called Screw That. You know, what really sucks about this whole experience, not that it's like bad or anything, but I was working on something in this room and I split my thumb open. So trust, my thumb does not feel good right now because that's all I'm using. Oh, the bomb's about to blow. That's not crazy talk at all. At all. $500 hits. This is the time to have a turbo controller, right? Ooh. Serious tankers. I dropped to 0. We're back to this again. Hey, thanks again for listening to some poetry. Or just written words, whatever. Been streaming for an hour. It's really hot in this room. See, hold on. His dad supported him. But you would think something else when the other ones come along. Whoa! Whoa! Yo, these are crazy. Look, that joint's making noises. Wait, which Glonk is... These are two different ones? Dude, I'm gonna be cooked. What? Oh, dude, this is nonsense. Hilarious. Hilarious. GD. Open yourself to others just like you open this jar of mayo. Remayo. Boy, we're in that. Alright. Credits. Alright, let's just go ahead and move through these fast. $2015. I was going through a whole change that year. That's why I don't really remember what was going on. I did not like that section. That's new. That's nice. I like some Korean. Bibimbap is gas. Thanks, Sean. I appreciated that. I appreciated that for real. See what I'm saying? It's these. Look how many. Look. 14,000 times. That's crazy. No, that was cool. You know, classic fashion. We're gonna go ahead and delete it. We don't need it anymore, right? Um, it's just craziness. They just got little rich things in there, you know. Like it's fun, just fun little stories, and he's just writing about his life and whatnot. Like that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here and get to work on cutting this up and making my first video, string of videos actually, because this is probably gonna turn into a lot of content. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Thanks for pulling up. Also, that was platinum number 197. So when I started trophy hunting, I'd never thought I'd get to this point, but here we are, and I think it's lit. So reach out to your boy, say what's up, let's play some games, let's get some trophies, and make it happen. Peace out, y'all.